Hello, I'm Jishang from HP Labs. Today, I will be talking about our work on cognitive load inference using physiological markers in VR at IEEE VR 2025. Before we dive in, let's try a quick exercise called Add 3 to experience cognitive load in action. I will see a sequence of numbers, and your task is to add 3 to each of the number and repeat them back. Ready? Here we go. How's everyone doing? You might notice some subtle changes. Maybe your palms are sweating a little bit, heart rate increasing, or pupil dilating. These are physiological or behavioral responses to cognitive load, which reflects the mental efforts we use to process information. Cognitive load is a key factor in learning and training, especially in VR, where it can predict performance and expertise. By measuring cognitive load in real time, we can create adaptive training experiences. For example, imagine there's a trainee learning to be a safety inspector in a virtual factory. As he progresses, the system assesses his cognitive load. If he shows proficiency at the right cognitive load level, he can advance to more complex tasks. If he struggles, the system may recommend pausing and revisit the content for better learning later. Beyond individual training, cognitive load data helps content designers to refine user interface, training methodologies, and in the end, enhancing the overall learning experience. Within this context, the primary goal of our work is to build a real-time, individual independent cognitive load inference engine with machine learning models. In order to train the machine learning model, we need data. We have designed a study where participants completed tasks that require different levels of mental effort, from low, medium to high. Our task design, inspired by prior research, was carefully structured to simulate real-world cognitive load demands across different modalities. So in this slide, you can see on the very left side, that is a task requiring low mental efforts. Participants will see 5 balls on the screen, with one briefly highlighted at the beginning. The balls then moved randomly before settling at the top. The participants need to identify where the target ball lands. This is called a visual vigilance task. Move to the middle. On top of the visual vigilance task, we increased complexity by adding an arithmetic task. While tracking the moving balls, participants need to solve arithmetic problems. Then move on to the very right side. That is the challenging task. We introduce a third layer, audio vigilance, on top of the previous two. Participants now have to track the ball, solve the arithmetic problems, and simultaneously listen for audio beep. Upon hearing the beep, they need to indicate the spinning directions of the green wheel displayed on the screen. As you can see, each level is built upon the previous one, which ensures a controlled progressive increase in the amount of mental efforts needed. Using this approach, we have collected data from over 700 participants across 4 continents: North America, South America, Africa, and Asia. This dataset includes multiple sensor recordings, which include the pupillometry, eye tracking, PPG. The data also include self-reported cognitive load efforts, the behavioral task performance. This dataset provides a rich foundation for the training and validating the cognitive load inference model we are going to build. With all the collected data, the signals will undergo preprocessing to remove chains, normalize for individual differences, and eliminate noise, which you can see at the bottom of this slide. So this step ensures that our model captures meaningful cognitive load variation rather than the irrelevant fluctuations. We then move on to the middle stage in the slide. So we will segment the signals with sliding windows and extract the key features that, based on prior research, strongly correlate with cognitive load. For example, From the PG signal, we compute heart rate variability across both time and frequency domain. For the eye tracking data, we'll derive features such as saccades and the pupillometry metrics, which provide insights into cognitive load. These features are normalized and paired with labels for model training. This moved to the top part of our data processing stages. So to build a robust cognitive load prediction model, we use a combination of task difficulty levels, 3 levels, low, medium, high, and also participants' self-reported cognitive loads, which have more detailed granularity as ground truth labels. This ensures a more comprehensive and reliable training process. With the prepared data, including the features and the labels, we move on to the model training. This diagram shows the general structure of our deep learning model. On the very left side is the feature learning part. The extracted features, engineered features, will be passed into this stage to learn more deeper representations. Once the representations are learned, it will be passed on to the attention model. The reason we use the attention model is because not every representation from one single source will contribute the same to the final cognitive load prediction. So we're trying to use this model to attend to the most powerful features or representations that can predict cognitive load. So in this way, we can make the prediction more robust. After all the different features or representations being fused through this stage, we move on to the last stage on the right, which is the cognitive load prediction stage. So in this stage, unlike the traditional methods which classify cognitive load into different categories, such as low, medium, or high, or just predict a single value, our approach goes one step further. We predict a probabilistic distribution of the cognitive load. Specifically, we are using a Gaussian probabilistic distribution here, which is parameters by the mean. In our design, this mean represents the most likely cognitive load estimate. And another parameter is the standard deviation, which provides insights into the confidence and the variability of the prediction. So using this method, it allows us to account for uncertainty in the real-world cognitive load prediction. This is the evaluation result of our model. The top table shows that our method achieves a mean absolute error of 0.11 in predicting mean cognitive load. This high precision is enabled by effective fusion of features from eye tracking and PG signals. The bottom figure visualizes the cognitive load prediction for a test user in real time using his eye tracking data and also the PPG data. Going through the cognitive load inference engine, we get the result here in real time. So in this figure, the bottom right figure, you can see the black lines represent the ground truth mental efforts, while the red lines indicate the predicted mean cognitive load, while the brown and the blue regions correspond to 1 and 2 standard deviation of the predictions. This offers valuable insights into the confidence of our model estimates. In summary, the contributions of our work include a large-scale study with data from over 700 participants performing cognitively demanding tasks. We have developed a cognitive load inference model with uncertainty quantification, and we are releasing a public dataset from 100 participants. This data includes multiple sensor recordings, self-reported cognitive load, task performance, and demographics to support future research. Moving forward, we aim to expand to more diverse cognitive load tasks. We want to refine and calibrate the model for individuals. We want to reduce the noise from physical activities which may interfere with the signals for cognitive load inference. We also want to enhance the benchmarking through rigorous testing and more comparison with different model options. We invite researchers to explore our dataset to advance cognitive load research. Thank you.